Hi, dear. How's it going down here? Are you warm enough? Need anything to eat? Okay, sounds good. We can get to that later, though. I brought down a surprise for you. Wanna take a guess what I got for you? No. Don't look so nervous. It's nothing bad. Take a look. I got some dice, minis, and some papers so we can play some Dungeons and Dragons. I've been waiting to do this for so long, and I've put a ton of effort into getting everything ready for this. Have you played before? Alrighty then. This version is a bit different, so that won't really matter. Yeah. What I mean is that I took the liberty to create both of our characters, a general storyline we're going to follow. Different enemies we'll encounter, things like that, you know? Since there's only the two of us, I'll be playing a player and the DM, so just follow my lead. No, I'm not controlling. I just have a vision, and we are going to be following it. Understood? Good! I'm glad you understand what I'm going for. Like I said, I put a lot of effort into all of this, so I expect you to put in just as much, alright? It'll only be fun if you actually show interest. And with how much time you spend complaining about how boring it is down here, I feel like you should be grateful for this change of pace. You wouldn't be bored in the first place if you would, you know, actually interact and cuddle with me. But what can you do? If you won't interact with me like a normal person, this will have to do. Now, let me explain the backgrounds of our characters. I'll be playing a half-elf paladin named �奧𝐶𝐶𝐵 Dawnguard. She holds an oath of devotion, but instead of being devoted to some godlike being or a good person, she's devoted to you, or your character to be specific. She is every bit as loyal and devoted to you as I am. Just like I have. She'd kidnap you if she even thinks your character isn't loyal. She knows everything there is to know about your character, and she follows them around obsessively. She's even more devoted than me in some aspects. So far, she's killed 3 whole barmaids for being too flirty. Isn't that great? I know. The rule book says that oath of devotion paladins need to show honesty, courage, compassion, and honor, which she kinda doesn't, but it's homebrew stuff. The official rules don't matter with this. I don't want to have to play an Oathbreaker just so I can be lore accurate. Oathbreakers are too edgy. Isabelle is a nice girl, and your character is just as obsessed with her. Don't forget that during roleplay. I'll put even more effort into your character, so I'm going to be annoyed if you play them differently than I intend you to. Now, your character is a human cleric named Peyton, Dawnguard. You're a life domain cleric who is totally obsessed with your wife, Isabelle. Our characters' backstories are really connected, so I'll explain that now. Basically, we both grew up in a church together as orphans, but all the nuns and them were like super abusive to us. We ended up becoming friends because of that. I used my strength to protect you, and you used your magical abilities to heal me. After some time, you confessed your love to my character, and they both ran off to live away from the abusive church. They become super obsessed with each other and eventually become a paladin and cleric who worship each other. Does that make sense? We're both super protective of each other, so while we're role-playing, make sure to stick to that. Also, remember to be super lovey-dovey. It's part of your character. Let me explain this quest to you. Since we've never played together, and I'm decently new to this game myself, I decided to keep things simple for this session. All we're going to do is start at an inn, get a quest from a distressed villager, and then go kill some goblins. Okay? Wonderful! I hope you're excited. I certainly am. Well, if you understand our characters and that, let's play! Oh, right. We don't need to worry about spell slots, levels, health, or anything like that. It'll mostly be role-playing, and since you're tied to the bed, you can't really read anything or keep track of all that stuff in the first place. So, since we can't really play it like normal, just stay put and tell me what you want your character to do. I'll keep track of dice rolls and health and all that, and if you get too out of hand, I'll rein things back in. Ready? Let's begin. And when I'm talking as the DM, I'll sound more serious, and then I'll try and do a higher pitch voice while I'm playing the character. The two of you are sitting in a tavern, alone at the bar. It's a cold, snowy night, and you're seeking refuge from the storm while traveling through the small town of Mushroom Forge. Most villagers are keeping to their homes, afraid of the nearby goblin raiders that have threatened their way of life. The both of you are there for that very reason. Two adventurers who have come to slay those very goblins. You both lean against one another, slightly tipsy from a night of casual drinking. Hopefully, after some rest at the inn, you can work out an arrangement with the town's mayor to get a reward for slaying those goblins. I'm going to start role-playing now. This is really nice, isn't it, dear? I'm shocked to see such a nice tavern in such a run-down town. Don't you agree? Play along now. I'm glad you feel the same way. Now, how about we close our tabs and go up to our room? It'll be nice to be somewhere more Suddenly, the door flies open as a distressed village girl rushes in. But please, are there any adventurers here? It's my brother. The goblins took him. What will the players do? Play along. Tell her our party will help. Thank you. They've taken him down to the cave at the foot of the nearby mountain. Please act with haste. I don't know how much time he still has. The two of you grab your belongings and make way for the cave. Any talks of rewards will have to wait. How was that? Are you having fun? This is feeling way more, I don't know, thematic than I thought it would be. I didn't expect to be having this much fun. Though it'd be more fun if you would be a bit more involved in the roleplay. Besides that, let's skip over the travel part and go straight to combat. I'll be super aggressive and let you support me, since you don't have access to the full character sheet or a list of spells. I'll just give you some options to choose from. That way you don't need to think that much. Let's just play this my way. Here we go. After some time spent walking, you've reached the goblins' camp. Far off in the distance, you see them celebrating, while a human child is in a cage just at the edge of their camp. Fortunately, they haven't noticed your party yet. What will you do? I don't think they've noticed us yet, Peyton. I see the boy in a cage just over there. I thought it seemed rather sturdy. What should we do? We could try and free the boy and sneak off, or root out the evil itself. Stealth? Are you sure? We don't really have good builds for it. Can we please fight the goblins? We're fighting the goblins. I'll rush in first and you can sit back and support me. Ready? Let's go! I move too and attack the goblin fighter, dealing 26 damage, enough to kill the goblin. Cast a spell on the goblin ranger. I'll attack the druid next. Ah, right. For this you can cast Sacred Flame, Gilding Bolt, Hold Person Blindness, or Fireball. I don't know. I kinda just gave you some spells I like from Baldur's Gate. I didn't do much research for your character sheet because it isn't really relevant if you can't look at it. So, what do you want to use? Alright, you cast that on the Goblin Ranger, dealing... Oh, wow! 30 damage! You also one-shot it. The two goblin fighters in the cave move out into the camp, now standing next to the fire. The druid wild shapes into a wolf and charges at Isabel, biting down and doing 7 damage. Peyton! Once I deal with this goblin, use Fireball on the other two goblins. Isabel brings her sword down on the wild-shaped goblin. Knocking it out of wild shape, she then uses her additional attack to... Damn it! I rolled a 1. The attack missed, and the goblin is still alive. Stupid dice. What do you want to do? You're going to use Fireball on the two goblins, right? No, that's a dumb strategy. Let's just play it my way. It's what your character would do. Remember that they are super loyal to Isabel, so it only makes sense they would go along with her strategy. So you cast Fireball on the two goblins, which kills them both. The remaining goblins uses 𝗚liche, then attacks Isabel for... are you kidding me? It hit at nat 20, so I took 14 damage? This is so dumb. Its staff is enchanted too, so now I'm slowed and won't be able to act next turn. What will you do? No. It makes no sense that Peyton would attack the goblin. You should heal my character of the status effect so I can take a turn and kill it. Your character background says that you put Isabel's physical health above all else. Pay attention. No, I definitely mentioned that to you. It doesn't matter that I don't have it written down or on an actual character sheet. I know, I told you. Listen, just heal me so I can play. It's not fun to have my turn skipped. Hey, I'm not being too controlling. I'm letting you play how you want. You're just making out-of-character choices. Listen, I'm the DM. We'll play things my way, or would you rather I go upstairs and leave you with nothing to do down here? I don't think I'll bother bringing down food tonight if you can't be grateful for this. You ungrateful brat! I put a lot of time into making this campaign. It's not too easy. We're just getting lucky. But fine, if you don't want to play, we're not going to. We can try again tomorrow at breakfast. Until then, you can sit down here with nothing and think about being a bit more grateful to me. Oh, and think about the really cool sword we were going to get as a reward for saving the kid. It would have made my character look so much cooler. But now, we're skipping this quest. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and watch another video. Become a YouTube member or a patron for cool badges, early access, and exclusive content. 𝗚cie𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀, thank you for your continuing service as my subscriber.